Welcome to the Sport Report, another Shield of Dreams production brought to you by the Coachella Sports and Entertainment Stadium Authority. I'm Conrad Negron.
And I'm Alex Negron.
Let's take a, we're getting at the end of October, so things are happening. We got high school, we got NFL, we're not going to talk about them, right?
1988, the Dodgers were awesome.
It's hard, watching the Dodgers lose. But let me tell you something. The Red Sox, I have a great team. I'm not a big Red Sox fan, but I give my hat off to them. They got some great players, and they deserve the series.
They did. They deserved it. And the Dodgers, it's too stressful to watch the Dodgers. I've been playing baseball, and it just seemed like, I used to swing at pitches. I've never seen more called third strikes down the middle.
Yeah, I know.
Is it a take sign with 2 strikes on you? I don't get it.
I don't know. Well, the Dodgers have to figure something out. There are a lot of strikeouts and a lot of big swings. They don't beat you, bunting for runs and stealing bases. They don't.
No.
And so they're going to have to go back to the drawing board if there is one, and they'll have to make some decisions about Manny Machado, who seemed to make the news both in a positive and negative way. But speaking of positive, the SoCal Coyotes, let's give a report on Saturday's game versus the Bulldogs, 21-16 down in San Diego. We played at San Pasqual High School, and it was 91. Now, so
cooling
I thought there
trend.
This is a cooling trend?
It's a cooling trend, 91.
Well, now, correct me if I'm wrong. I was pretty close to San Diego. Isn't it supposed to be like 72 or 75?
Yeah. It's supposed to be 78 or 80 where we are.
I just couldn't believe it, but it was a great game. The Bulldogs played hard. Dominic Houghton, our rookie quarterback, made some great throws, had some good reads, was really seeing where he should be throwing the ball. Again, we're running the run and shoot, which was invented by Mouse Davis, Coach Miller's mentor. But they played tough. The Bulldogs had, right before halftime, Bus took 10 minutes to play 20 seconds. This one guy ran for about 65, 70 yards all over the field. We didn't even touch him. The guy was awesome. So they came to play, and we had a few guys, our guys go both ways. I got to do a shout-out to Jordan Warford. Our outside linebacker rushed for about 35 yards and a touchdown. I think a lot of the defensive guys are never going to wear that one down.
Yeah. Hand it to these players that do go both ways, especially in 91-degree heat. It takes a lot out of them. It is exhausting. People get dehydrated. They're playing offense. They're playing defense. Just like, how often do you say the quarterback made an awesome sack? And tackle.
Quarterback made it. That's funny. Yeah. Well, because Rashad Roberts, the franchise, goes both ways and takes a few snaps and plays safety and returns punts. Yeah. These guys are incredible athletes. So, and on a sad note, on a negative note, that same Saturday, the California Wolfpack was playing the California Sharks, and there was an incident with about 5 minutes left of the game. And 2 guys who had been kind of getting a little chippy all day long decided to just take it a little bit further. And, they just couldn't show the character and dignity to not take it any further. But the offensive guy slammed the Shark into the track. They've gone that far. But he broke his tailbone, which is, it's bad enough guys get hurt. But, to have, riots break out and people feeling unsecure, it's not a good look. A commissioner of our DFI, Joel Williams, said, was very paraphrasing here, Lou Holtz was my coach at Notre Dame. That's all you got to say. So he had to put the hammer down, and so those teams have forfeited the opportunity to play in the playoffs, and it's sad for them. I mean,
it's sad for all the people that weren't involved. One person or a couple people that go out and just ruin it for everyone. That's the sad part. And then we'll talk about also, what happened with Indio and Desert Hot Springs. That's another thing.
Let's get right to it.
Affected.
Here we have a riot breaking out at the freshman game, and I saw the video of it, and the video always is worse than the narrative. And, those guys took it to the next level, and everybody wants to come out and be a tough guy instead of being, showing some character.
Character. Look it up.
Look it up. What does that mean?
Character. Be a good human, Faith, family, football. That's what we're supposed to be on, and it's just.
I mean, we're talking. This is
freshmen fighting.
Freshmen
fighting.
These are what, 15, 16-year-olds?
Yeah.
And they're taking it to the level that we're trying to protect our professional young players and DFI as we, continue to bring teams in, franchises from all over the country. And when Joel Williams brings up Martin Luther King and civil rights and dignity and character and young people going to prison, we go down to the prisons with our Above the Line program here in Indio with District Attorney Mike Tripp, and we read to these young men who are coming out. It's best if they don't want them back in jail. So there's a lot of things to do. The Coyotes, Coach Miller is very disappointed. Not speaking for him, but I could tell he's disappointed for the other teams. But
Sure.
you have to have. There's rules to follow.
Yeah.
If you're going to go 90 and a 50, you're going to get a ticket.
Yeah.
You go 90 and a 50, don't you?
I've gone 87.
They get some of these guys out here, these motorcycle cops. One guy told me, he said he got him going 85 twice in 1 week. I'm scared if I get a ticket. I'm really cautious for a while because you get scared. You don't want to get caught again. But I haven't got a ticket in many, many years. But it was really interesting. Indian Wells Resort opened up what they call Next Links, and it's exciting. You went out there.
Yeah.
They got a new food truck, and you play kind of this. Well, we've got some footage that we're going to show of how NBC and Amy Zimmer cover it. They cover the Coyotes great, and they were out there. So let's take a look at this, and then we'll talk about it. And we were out there. It was really fun. So everybody take a look at it. It's kind of fun.
A golf experience unlike any other is opening in Indian Wells tomorrow, and I got an exclusive sneak peek.
You have to see it to believe it.
A new after-dark golf experience. Shots in the night.
Nothing exists, certainly in the valley like this. And for our knowledge, nothing exists like this at all anywhere to this extent.
Golf games you can't play until after sunset.
Lasers, TVs, music, people having fun. Food and beverage, of course, from our truck, and then our glow range as well.
The Glow Golf Range features 12 hitting stalls, including seating and table service. The putting experience, powered by NetLinks, features 7 greens and rented by up to 6 guests.
6 different games that can be played. You have everything from golf darts to golf shuffleboard to golf beer pong.
Like a bowling alley, a kiosk is used to fill in the names in your group, select a game, and the lasers automatically start. Shots in the Night came to be simply by ideas and what ifs.
This was a collaboration of our whole team here at the Indian Wells Golf Resort and Next Links, and the idea was have it be golf-centric, have it be fun, and then also have it at a point in time at night when golf typically stops.
All ages and skill levels are welcomed.
From families to golfers, really appeals to both. You don't have to be good, you just have to be able to have fun.
Can I talk?
Hey, another Shield of Dreams production. That was fun, huh?
It was a blast.
They have the targets and the smoke and the. It's a different way for people to, enjoy golf. I mean, it's another way of playing golf.
Yeah, and you get instant feedback, especially when you're on the driving range. They have targets out there with lights, and when you hit a target, I'm going to go for the one for 110 yards or 90 yards, and you get instant feedback. It lights up and makes noise. And
Well, again, people who have never played golf, who are scared to play out on a regulation-sized golf course, it can be a little scary if you can't play. I mean, if you don't have, you can't play.
Right.
But and it's not miniature golf, a little bit, so it's off of everything. So everybody of all skill levels can play and have good fun. And so everybody check it out, Indian Wells at the Indian Wells Golf Resort. And then now we've got CIF playoffs. California what is it? Interscholastic. When I was in the CIF, I couldn't say it. But we got the ranking. Well, the rankings. But Monrovia is coming here to Palm Desert. They're 10-0, So they're likely favored.
Well, Palm Desert's 10-0.
Yeah, Palm Desert's 10-0, and then La Quinta's going up to San Jacinto, and I don't know anything about San Jacinto. And Chafee's coming out to Coachella Valley. I still think they're going to be running those pink uniforms, right?
I hope not. Actually, no, because it's November. I think that was just an October thing.
Really? This is Cancer Month, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
And then Beaumont goes against 29 Palms. And then Banning will visit Xavier. Xavier had a little up and down. They were playing well, then they were not playing very well. Shadow Hills beat them. And then Banning has been dropping 50, 60, 65 points on their opponents. So
I think they're both 5-5, too.
Yeah, that's kind of they lost. I didn't think Banning lost that many games, but follow them here on the Sport Report every Tuesday, and then also check out NBC Palm Springs with Amy Zimmer and Gina Lamont. They're playing. They're following us. They'll be at our championship game on December 1st at Shadow Hills. So everybody, we'll get your tickets. We'll make some ticket drops. You can find them just about everywhere. But getting back to, well, we didn't really discuss this, did we, about the Dodgers? Because Coach knows I get to the Dodgers, and this will be my, right now the magic number is, you know what the magic number is? 162. So, the Red Sox, they played great. And so we take their hats off.
They were the better team. They hit. The Dodgers were just kind of stressful this year to watch on TV. I was going to say I'm amazed at how many called strikeouts with 2 strikes. I swing at every pitch. I always remember, ball, 0-0, I'm swinging as long as it's close.
Yeah, they're going to have to make some changes from, baseball. Some places in the old days, a little bit of speed and bunting and 2-1 games were more prevalent. But now home runs are winning. They're going bigger strikeouts, more at risk.
And I guess this coaching science of switching pitchers, that just seemed. I was a little upset when they took out Hill, in the 7th inning with the one hitter. And they scored 8 runs after that. Yeah, well,
it's so crazy. I just don't understand it, but we'll get over it. The good run for the Dodgers. The fans were out there. We had that 7-hour game that we all. Well, you had kind of an interesting evening. Tell me real quick, because nobody can make this up.
Yeah, no, I had a great evening. I go to a friend's house, and we had watched the first few innings, and had a couple drinks, had something to eat. We go to the I go to the concert. I go to the REO Speedwagon concert for a few hours. And we're at the casino, and I come out after the concert. It was a great time. I come out, and there's people looking at the TV, and I come out, and it's the 11th inning, and it's 1-1. So we stayed there, watched a few innings at the casino. Finally, we were getting tired, so we left after the 16th inning. I drove home.
It's still on.
Got home, and it was the bottom of the 16th, and there I am watching the game at 1:30 in the morning, and now I'm amped up at 2. So it was an eventful evening. I did it right. I watched 9 innings in a concert, so it was good.
I don't know.
Dodgers win.
Not too many people can do that. All that. I committed to I think 4 hours on the couch and 3 hours in bed. So it was an exciting evening for longest game in World Series history. The Xavier volleyball girls are playing well. They're in the CIF playoffs, so look for them. And then the Xavier boys water polo team won the first ever DEL water polo championship. They beat La Quinta 12-10. I played water polo in high school. So did you, Alex. I tell the story. I watched the water polo team practicing, and I said, well, I can do that. I can swim. I can throw the ball. And the coach said, yeah, come on and play. Real 11. I jumped in the pool. It was 12 feet. I thought they were standing. So I had to learn how to tread water. It was an alarming situation.
That's the last time you treaded water.
That's the last time I treaded water. Or when I was in the Florida Everglades. You don't want to tread water in the Florida Everglades. But anyway, lots coming up. The Coachella Sports and Entertainment Stadium Authority is doing some great things, working with Richmond Honan. We just released our renderings. I want to show you a piece that KMIR and Gina Lamont and Daytona Everett did for us that was on NBC News. We want to share as much as we can here on the Sport Report. Contact us. I met another lady whose daughter's on the Xavier volleyball team, so we're going to try to get and cover that, and then we'll be out at the. We got a little surprise for you in a couple minutes. We'll show you what we did this last weekend as we get. It's Halloween's tomorrow, Al. Is that why you're dressed up like this today? What are you on safari or?
I need to borrow a coyote jersey.
You need tomorrow. To borrow a coyote. You can be a coyote.
I'm going to be a tight end.
So the Stadium Authority is going strong. We've got renderings up. Take a look at this piece if you haven't seen what's going on out there by the Classic Club.
NBC Palm Springs was the first to tell you about the Shield at One Coyote Way, a multi-million-dollar sports complex and campus that wants to put the Coachella Valley on the map when it comes to major sports tournaments and entertainment. Now we have the first renderings of the project as it continues to get bigger and bigger. Our Daytona Everett is at the site right now with new details. Daytona, good evening.
Good evening, Gino. Yeah, well, it's looking like a whole lot of dirt out here between the Classic Club and the I-10 freeway, but the construction company for the new sports complex is saying not for long. They've got a 5-phase game plan, and they're getting eager to start.
It's great when you see the vision finally coming to reality.
David Miller and the SoCal Coyotes promised a sports complex, and now they're delivering with a 5-phase game plan.
Dirt is going to become actual buildings.
The first phase, set to break ground next year, a 4-story medical office building and a 5-story hotel, something the construction company Richmond Honan is known for.
They're the 5th largest medical office campus developer in the country.
And the complex isn't neglecting the older generations.
It combines the young with the old, with senior planning, with their senior living there.
That's right. The second phase involves building 52 senior villas. That's in addition to the 55 luxury apartments in phase 3. And of course, you can't leave out parking, so they're adding 422 parking spaces alongside those red buildings, which are planned to be retail shops. And last but not least, the 5th and final phase, the stadium. They're turning this into this.
Just the first thing that we noticed was that the stadium had crept up from 12,000 to 14,000.
But can the Coachella Valley realistically fill all those seats?
You know what? We know that we're going to be able to fill those seats.
So be on the lookout.
Once we break ground, Scott Honan says we'll be there in 36 months, and we believe in Richmond Honan, and we're excited about the project.
Miller says this campus will immediately give 2,500 jobs to residents in the desert, and the estimated value of this project was originally $300 million, but that continues to grow. And the first phase will break ground in 2019. Live in Thousand Palms, Daytona Everett, NBC Palm Springs.
All right, thank you, Daytona.
Oh, no.
All right, you're ready. You're good back. Go.
Hey, that was Alex. That was fun. We just want to keep everybody updated because we get a lot of people are really excited about the stadium and the campus that we're going to build there, the senior living, the restaurants, the crowd, the concerts, the soccer. It's happening.
It's happening. And which brings up, sports in L.A., and what's happening with this stadium is to bring local sports and people traveling to come to our valley. And this Sunday, we had 5 professional sports playing in L.A. on the same day.
They say they had that during the Ram game, and they said there was hockey, basketball. Football.
Yeah, we had Green Bay and L.A. Rams. We had, of course,
Red
Boston
Sox,
over, was it the Dodgers?
Oh, then we had Kings
and
Ducks.
We had the Kings. We had the Galaxy.
That's right, soccer.
And nightcap, the Clippers at the Staples Center.
All in one day in LA.
You
can catch it just a bit. As we talk about the Rams, because I predicted that they would be undefeated, of course. I didn't do that, did I? I did. They're on top.
You probably did. You're a front runner.
Did. I'm a front runner. No, but we talked earlier about what happened between in the DFI and teams getting forfeited and taking it to another level where you lose and you're not thinking of your team first. Todd Gurley, this guy is one heck of an athlete. I think he's leading the league in points scored, and I think he's leading the league in rushing. But he leads the league in character because they came down. Gurley had an opportunity to run about a 12, 15-yard, pretty much easy touchdown.
He stopped.
Yeah. And he decided that most people are playing selfishly. He decided to stop and let the clock run out as opposed to scoring and stopping the clock, which would mean Aaron Rodgers might have got 1 or 2 shots. The longer you can keep Aaron Rodgers on the bench, the better for you.
Exactly.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see it. You're wondering, what's he doing? Why is he stopping? Oh, that's right. If he would have gone, clock would have stopped. Aaron Rodgers comes out, throws a couple bombs,
and it's a different
game.
score.
But he stopped and let himself get tackled, and they ran out the clock. Great play.
Well, the thing is we talk about dignity and courage today as a couple of the key words that were lacking at one of these football games. And you look at a guy like Todd Gurley. This is the NFL. He makes a lot of money, and he's paid a lot of money to score points, and he decided to take it for the team. Very, very unselfish.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very unselfish, right? That's a word. What's going on? Hey, we got pickleball starts this weekend. Everybody get out to Indian Wells Tennis Gardens. They've got the U.S. National Pickleball, all ages, all male and female. And it starts, I think it starts on Friday, and it goes to the 11th.
Is there an entrance fee, or is it just open to the public?
There'll be an entrance fee for the finals. But right now it's free. And we will be out there covering it. And I'm kind of excited. I saw a couple of the courts that have been transformed, and it looks good. It's basically, you can tell where the regular court is, and they've painted it, obviously, and they've made the pickleball. So we're going to go out there and cover it.
Looking forward to it.
And I'm going to dress up like Rafa Nadal.
Hopefully they'll do a better job than the Rams did in the end zone. Did you see the end zone? Because you could see USC.
But
they played the day before, and you could just see all the background.
Well, you know what? The guy mentioned it because you said it. Somebody mentioned it later that the field was in not great condition and it was too wet and they couldn't fully paint it. So it was a weird kind of an illusion.
Yeah, it was. It was like an illusion.
Yeah, yellow and blue with the Trojans gold and red.
Yeah.
Looked kind of funny. All right, predictions for next week. I got Palm Desert.
I got Coachella Valley.
I got Banning. Scott Alvarez is betting on 29 Palms.
Hart is also, is always with La Quinta, local.
Beaumont, La Quinta.
Well,
Beaumont. I think Xavier's got the magic.
Xavier has some magic in there. Michael Carls, Derek Anderson, and Taylor Pope are all coaches on the Xavier team. So you don't want to get Michael all upset if you don't pick him. So we won't do that. Baseball season's over. We're coming in November. We've got a ton of events. We've got the pickleball. We've got the Indian Wells La Quinta Ironman is coming. They're going to swim in La Quinta, Kauai, bike to Indian Wells, and then run through Indian Wells through the channel and through the golf course.
Yeah, I'm a little upset they lost my application.
You didn't get in?
No, I was ready to do it.
Well, they'll probably let you drive one of those guys in a golf cart. They just had last week. They had the run up the tram. I don't even think my car can make it up there. But people were running up there. So that's something that's covered. We've got Joyride helicopters. I've got a meeting with them. We're going to shoot some stuff in a helicopter on Thursday. Christopher Cheek, Joyride, J-O-I Ride. They're located out there by the Palm Springs Air Museum. These guys got a beautiful helicopter, and they make desert trips besides destinations. They can get you to L.A. in 45 minutes.
Yeah, they have a couple.
They got a couple of birds. They're looking at maybe, again, if I just learned this, they have a permit. I think it's 135 where they're under 100 passengers. Anything above 100, then you're a major airline. So they're thinking about getting a plane, and they can fly you up to Pebble Beach, and because I don't want to drive to LA anymore.
No,
I don't want to go. I can't. I need a helicopter. I mean, we gotta fit that into the Coyote budget. Oh, we got Bianca Ray next at Palm Valley Middle School, Palm Valley High School. We're gonna have a kids' day. There's gonna be a football drop. We're gonna pull up. We're gonna land the helicopter and throw footballs out to the kids. So that'll be an exciting thing. We've got Above the Line. Follow us on Facebook. So what did you do on Sunday? You didn't go to church.
No, I didn't.
You didn't go to church.
Again, I think it was the 54th year of the Palm Desert Annual Golf Cart Parade, which was exciting and fun, and a lot of businesses out there lined up. Mario's Tile was out there.
And
it was fun to walk around, except It was hot.
It was 90
It was
plus
hot.
degrees.
And we were facing the sun the whole
We were
time.
facing the sun. They had a flyover. They had a lot of nice things for kids. They had a rock. Well, look, I've got some highlights for you. We're going to play the. I did some highlights. It was fun. We got to hang out with Senator Jeff Stone. I've known Jeff for 20 plus years, and we weighed in on the elections coming up, which have nothing to do with the Sport Report or the Shield of Dreams production. But the golf cart parade was, well, it happened, and so everybody take a look. It was kind of fun out there. Hot. Hey, welcome to the Sport Report. We're at the 54th Golf Cart Parade here in Palm Desert. Really excited. It's just about getting ready to get started. So everybody stay tuned and take a look at some of the highlights.
Here we are with the Negron family, or half of it. Dan McGrath here. As always, great to be out here with the Palm Desert Golf Cart Parade. It's hard to believe it's the 54th, and Alex and I have been here for all of them. Harpo probably has, but Harpo's out there somewhere.
Harpo, we just saw Harpo.
I think this is 47. It's a great day, always. Fun event on El Paseo, and everybody comes out, bring the family. There's still time, and we're going to do the awards and get this thing rolling. So.
Let's go. Thanks,
All right,
Danny.
buddy. Good to see you, Conrad.
What side is it on?
It's on this side. Hey, brother.
How you doing?
Oh my God, it's Tom Tucker. What's up, boys?
Hey,
Look at her.
congrats. Big win last night.
Thanks, brother.
Good job, man. Good to see you. Good to
He's on the card board. You look good. You're a superhero, aren't you? Say hi, Jeff.
Hi, good to see you.
Al Negron, Sport Report.
Alex Negron, Sport Report.
That was fun, wasn't it? The golf cart parade, 54 years. Dan, I like to thank our old buddy Dan McGrath. He said that you and him have been at every one of them. So,
Have pretty much.
well, we did them years ago, back in the mid '90s, and the golf cart parade started really just kind of like a goofy little thing, and turned into what it was. Where now they're going down one side of El Paseo, as you can see in the highlights, but also they had tons of other business expos. You saw Mario and his team waving to us, and Senator Stone and Tom Tucker and Patrick Evans with CBS and NBC was there, and it was fun. It was fun. They had some. I thought the Star Wars was the best.
Yeah.
They had the stormtroopers. They had the. I don't know what that guy with the red. What is that thing? Is in Despicable Me? What is that guy? Who is that that red uniform with the black. I don't know. I don't know. I guess children know that. So your
Was it Captain Marvel?
No. It was like Me You Too or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, we've got big month coming up. Anybody with anything, high school sports, young sports, I know that the girls from Palm Desert were leading golf, and then they must have had a bad day where they didn't qualify for the finals.
Yeah, for the first time in a long time. They are the strongest Palm Desert Aztecs girls golf team. Had like a undefeated streak for a long time, and they just fell a little bit short and missed the playoffs.
Well, congratulations to them. And again, anybody who's got stuff that we're not covering, we're always looking for. We try to keep you up to date on Friday night as CIF playoffs start rolling into November. We've got obviously professional pro football is going to start heating up, when they're going to start doing those predicting if this happened, then that happened, if that happened, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. And one nice thing to look forward to is November, the green grass. October is a very brown month and not good for people that are allergic to grass with all the scalping and the reseeding. So country clubs are going to be open.
They're doing it right now.
They're coming back.
Yeah, they're scalping it up pretty good. And then we've got, I think it's 8 weekends till Christmas. I don't know about that.
Christmas started in July at Costco.
I know. Hey, good fun. Also, pickleball again this weekend, and then we've got the U.S. Field Hockey Championships Thanksgiving weekend. It was just a couple of weekends away, and that's going to be out at the Polo Fields at Empire Polo. We're going to cover that also. We're also going to hit in January. We're going to do some polo again. Covered it all last year. But anyway, another Shield of Dreams broadcast brought to you by Coachella Sports and Entertainment Stadium Authority. Conrad Negron for Alex Negron. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Keep us in touch.